Ethan, what was today like for you coming home, and how do you think you played?
It was a good experience. Saw a lot of football games in this stadium. This was my first time playing in it, so that was obviously pretty cool. And then just based off the play, just got to go back and watch the film, but we lost. So, like I said, just not good enough when we lose. So.
Do you have a sense for what was different between the first half and second half offensively? Because the first half, it looked like you were doing a better job of moving the ball.
Yeah, I think we just stayed in a rhythm in the first half. I think in the second half, we just got a little bit out of rhythm on a couple plays. Got to execute on third down. So I think that was the difference.
Ethan, your family was saying that you played a flag football game here when you were 5. Obviously not the outcome you wanted today, but how special was it to have them here watching you, kind of coming back to where your career all started?
Yeah, for sure. My parents are my biggest supporters, so just having them be able to watch me here, and that was just awesome. So, their support, I'm grateful for, and yeah, that was just a really cool for them to be here and able to watch that.
How pumped would your younger self be after today, knowing that you got to play kind of in a stadium that means a lot to you?
Yeah, I mean, my younger self would definitely, be stoked to see my future self out there. May or may not have believed it, but yeah, that would have been awesome.
Ethan, Coach Smith says, I have to learn how to fix the vertical passing game. He's talked a lot about that. Do you get a sense of why you weren't able to push the ball down the field very much today?
Yeah, I think just as players, we got to execute when our number's called. I don't think we did a good enough job, and I gotta fix that, and I think that's our biggest thing. The shots are called when they are, and I got to execute.
Ethan, how do you think you handled the emotional aspect of today?
Yeah, I don't think I let it get to me at all. Once that ball gets placed down, just ready to go out there and play. So I think we did that. I think we did that, and I don't think it had any factor into the game.
Ethan, when with the vertical passing game, the calls were there and you didn't have time. The calls were there and the guys weren't open. What can you talk about it from what you're seeing? Why that isn't happening?
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into that before I watch the film, but we definitely had some called, and I missed a few throws early, and I would like to have those back, but just those are some things to look at.
Ethan, what do you like about what you guys are doing with Liam and the different ways that you're using him now?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think he did a great job today. Going out there playing quarterback, and then the next play caught a big pass. So I think he handled that great, and I'm super excited for him, and he did a great job with it.
Is that tough from a rhythm perspective though, when you guys have those moments and you're kind of switching on and off? Is it challenging?
I kind of just view it as like wildcat. Somebody else is just taking the snap, and if it works for us, I think I'm all for it. So I think he did a great job, and I'm for it.
What's Drew's role in a game like this? Is he anything other than another player, or is he giving input? How does it work?
Yeah, he's definitely giving input. He's like another coach out there. All the experience he has. He did a great job today. Talking to me pregame, talking to me at halftime, and talking to me in between series. He does a great job with that, and kind of saying what he sees from a player's aspect, and then also kind of like a coach's aspect. So.
Ethan, where do you think your biggest area of development was from 2 weeks ago in Iowa to today?
Yeah, I think just the comfortability in the pocket, just being able to sit there and deliver a couple passes rather than getting out too early. There's still a lot to grow from that, but I think that's one of the biggest things that from game 1 to game 2 I improved at.
In your first 2 starts, tough assignments, how much more comfortable or prepared do you feel today heading into this final 4-game stretch?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it really gets any tougher than where we're at. We're at Kinnick, and then obviously played the #1 team in the country today. So I think those are just 2 great tests. And then we got another tough one, obviously. So, but I think it's just preparing me for the next game, and I just got to be able to go out there and play. But I think it's definitely prepared me.
Ethan, you were hugging some of the guys out there after the game, some former coaches, things like that. Just in general, what does this community mean to you?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of those guys I played with and grew up with. So just being able to see them out in the field living their dreams, and then see them after, you know, it just means the world to me. You know, those guys are like brothers to me. So just being able to see him out there, you know, it definitely, you know, I get that feeling of, you know, I'm just excited for him, and you know, I hope they have a great rest of the season.
When you can get Nick the ball in space and give him some momentum, how much does that help this offense?
For sure, I think, you know, that's when he's at his most dangerous. I mean, you see it, him, you know, whether it's him catching the ball or getting you know, a run out in space. That's when he's at his most dangerous. So the more we can do that with him, I think that's the best he'll be.
Ethan, to that point, you guys had a little bit of momentum, it seemed, running the ball in the first half, and it went away in the second. Did they make any changes up front that you didn't expect, or was there anything you can attribute that to?
Yeah, I think they just did a great job making halftime adjustments. Obviously, you know, I don't know what those are right now, and I'll be able to watch it on the way back. But you know, they obviously did a great job and made it tough for us.
Two more guys.
Ethan, Chaz is another Ohio guy. He had a big day today on the other side. Going against him in practice, I don't know how often you've got to do that, but what do you see that would make him a handful for opposing offenses and especially opposing quarterbacks?
Yeah, just his agility and size. I mean, just a big guy like that being able to bend and move. You don't see that a lot, and I think that's, you know, why he's so special and is coming in here and playing so early. We saw it when he first came in, you know, just his ability to bend around the pass rush and change direction so quickly. It just made it tough for us in the summer, and I think that's why he's having such a good season.
You talked about having to watch film. What do your next couple days look like for a quarterback after a game like this? Can you take us through how you kind of digest everything?
Yeah, just going back tonight, watching the film, and then tomorrow making the corrections on the field, and then on Monday just starting to get ready for Indiana prep and seeing what they got, and after tomorrow just flushing it and getting on to the next one.
Thanks, Ethan.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.